So I spend a lot of time out in the community, and every place I go, and every place I speak at, when I'm done, there's a little line that forms up, and it is asking, how do you do business with Pepco?
In June, Pepco held its inaugural Supplier Diversity Forum to help minority and protected class vendors learn how to do business with the company.
So what we want to do during the course of the day here is talk about what those opportunities are, let's say maybe over the next 18 to 24 months. Exactly how do you work through that process? You have the procurement group, you have supplier diversity, and then you have the operational areas. So you're going to hear from each one of them today, and hopefully they're on the same page, and they'll tell the story about how you work through the organization.
The forum was honored to have government officials from the District of Columbia and Maryland speak to the group. LaWanda Jenkins, Special Secretary to Governor O'Malley's Office of Minority Affairs, spoke about doing business with the state of Maryland.
The state of Maryland spends between $5 and $6 billion a year as well. And we have a pretty aggressive effort to ensure that our goal of 25% expenditure, annual expenditure from minority and women-owned firms is something that our agencies are diligently striving for, and we've made a great deal of progress with that.
Harold Williams, Commissioner for Maryland's Public Service Commission, praised Pepco for its dedication to helping area minority business entrepreneurs connect with Pepco end users.
Pepco has been in the vineyard for many years. I remember Norm Carter and Rhonda when they first started in this business, and they had worked hard in being able to provide information not only to the other utilities out here, but even the vendors that you see out in the audience. Their collaborative efforts in working with the other utilities to bring about understanding on how to do business with women, minorities, and disabled service veterans.
Lori Murphy Lee, Commissioner for the District of Columbia Public Service Commission, encouraged the audience to press forward in working in and with the District of Columbia, noting some of the struggles small businesses face.
I know here in the district, businesses face a lot of barriers. We're small, the real estate is expensive, the rent is very high, particularly in areas where there's new development going on. But I encourage you all to stay in the district, to employ our district residents, and I'm delighted that you all are here, and to encourage people to do business with the district. So thank you all very much.
Antonio Hunter, Director of the District of Columbia Department of Small and Local Business Development, offered the MBEs a valuable suggestion. Partner.
Sometimes it's only one slice of pie on the table for that small business, because if the particular procurement cannot be, unbundled, then, you have certain strengths, and your skill set and your capability and your capacity is maybe on one side of this ball, and then the person sitting next to you, the skill set and capacity of their business is on the other side. As I always say, if you can just leave your egos at the door and decide whose EIN number you're going to get paid on, you go in there, and I think the synergies from being able to partner will then allow you to not just have one slice of that pie next time, but it will position you to actually, ask for a slice and a half.
Following the panel guest, Pepco representatives spoke about their respective departments, giving the minority business entrepreneurs and protected class audience members a look into their departmental responsibilities, needs, and requirements.
The sourcing group, these are the people that do sourcing. They are at the forefront. They establish the contracts. They're probably the faces that you would see up front to do business with us. And they try to ensure that we get, evaluate the total cost of ownership of products. They look at the big picture and are the front end of our supply chain.
Well, PHI does not, for the most part. We don't own any generation. We're a power delivery business, and what that means is the transmission and distribution. We buy it from the generating companies, whether they're local or through the PJM International national grid, and we distribute it to our customers. And everything in between is what operations does. From the generators, the transmission lines, obviously the substations that steps down the power to a usable voltage, to the lines that come into the house. So everything between the generator and the house meter, including the meter, is what operations works on.
We need to deliver services and equipment reliably and cost effectively, and we need partners, vendor partners who will share that emergency response mindset. We need help in delivering IT-enabled capabilities to our customers. We need help in delivering these process and technology improvement efforts, and we're looking for vendors who can help contribute to that stewardship role we play.
GIS and drafting services, and I think Steve's point on Bob's slide, we're repeating here, but this is an entire department within the asset management group, and that they're responsible for reproducing our system graphically so that we can provide the maps, go back and reference all of this data into eternity, pretty much. They went through a phase back in the last century of converting a lot of paper maps to electronic format, and now we're adding new tools and new technologies out there that we're probably not the best at. So we're always looking for good advice from consultants and vendors out there who can help us get the best out of our GIS systems.
Pepco Energy is getting heavily involved in solar. We're doing a lot of hot water systems, a lot of rooftops, a lot of just converting facilities over to auxiliary solar power. So we need contractors and distributors for product that can assist us. And the last item, which isn't on the slide, is we're involved with methane gas regeneration through landfills, which we burn the methane gas and then generate electricity and sell it back to the landfill or put it out into the grid.
We're an electric distribution company. We thrive when the community is thriving. So to the extent that you are gainfully doing work and employing people, then those people are using electricity, and it's good for everybody. So we have a vested interest in making this happen.
One of the things that I want to say about supplier diversity is all of us have been doing supplier diversity for a long time. I've been managing supplier diversity for over 20 years. So we are a trusted advisor to you, and we would, although it's not a requirement that you come to us, we are a good place for you to start. Because a big company like Pepco can be very overwhelming, and you could get, transferred from one department to another department to another department, and we can pretty much help you, smooth that way and get into the pipeline. So know that our number one job is to increase competitive opportunities for diverse suppliers, and we work for you.
Part of the day's activities included an opportunity to network. Several participants told us what inspired them to attend.
My name of my firm is KCA Architecture and Engineering PC. We are a local engineering and architecture firm. We hope to be able to develop some professional engineering and architectural services with Pepco and with possibly some other vendors.
I'm here to learn about how to get more opportunities to do work with Pepco, and just like all the other vendors here, figuring out what the process is, where the opportunities are located, and how we can best meet the needs of Pepco.
Our corporate members like Pepco, they understand when they're sourcing with minority vendors and minority suppliers, it's growing their region. And them opening the doors, and educating our MBEs on how to engage on that. When those MBEs grow, the economies grow.
The success of any company, the success of any team is having good teammates, is having good partners. We don't have a goal to have the most blacks, the most Asians, the most minorities, the most Latinos, the most females. We have a goal to be the best company that we possibly can. And if you can assist us in that process, then we want you on our team. Thank you.